是是。
Elrigu namaskara. I think whatever conversations we are all having, we need to mute ourselves because as we are all aware, and in the beginning itself I had announced that anything which happens here within a fraction of a second, it will reach to the nook and corner of the world through the social media. So I'm pretty sure, since all of you being the students of law, will abide by the decorum, the code of conduct, and kindly maintain silence as we are expecting, and the honorable dignitaries, honorable Mr. Justices, all are arriving. And therefore, till the event is over, I would request all of you to kindly cooperate and maintain silence, and at the same time, not to move from your seats once the event starts till the event is over. So thank you very much. We're expecting the arrival of all the dignitaries in just a couple of minutes. I would request all of you to kindly rise and welcome the dignitaries. I would request all of you to kindly rise. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ kindly note, after the national anthem, we also have the Ramaiah anthem, so we need to continue to stand. So first of all, national anthem by the policeman. We will now have the Ramaiah anthem. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಂತೇ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. I would request to kindly be standing for the Ramaiah anthem.
God ಗಾರರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಕನಸಿನ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯವಿದು.
ದೀಪದೊಳು ಪ್ರದೀಪಗಳ ಬೆಳಗುವ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ಸ್ಥಾನವಿದು.
ಅರಿವಿನ ದಿಗಂತದಾಚೆಗೆ ಜಿಗಿಯುವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲವಿದು. ಗೃಹ ಗೃಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೃಹ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸೋಪಾನವಿದು. ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ.
ಮಿತಿಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಅಮಿತ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವಿದು.
ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಯ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಿದು. ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕತ್ತಲೆ ನೀಗುವ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ರಶ್ಮಿದು.
ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರದ ಹೊಂಗನಸಲು ಹೊತ್ತಿದ ಅರಿವಿನ ತಾಣವಿದು.
ಅರಿವಿನ ಹಣತೆಯು ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಚೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ಕಿರಣಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಹೊರಹೊಮ್ಮಿವೆ. ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ. ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ.
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಐ ವುಡ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಟು ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಸಿಟ್ ಡೌನ್. And before we start the stage function, we will also have the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority theme song, KSLSA theme song. Let's have the song, please.
ನೀರಿನಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ, ಗಾಳಿಯಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ, ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ, ನಂಬಿಕೆಯ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ, ಜೀವಭಾವದ ದೇಶ ಭಾರತ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಭೇದ ಮಾಡದ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೇಗುಲ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ನೀಲಿ ಬಾನಿನ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಉಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಹೂವು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯ ಹಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು. ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ
Karnataka State Legal Services Authority.
ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಅಳಲನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಆಲಿಸುವವರಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬ ಚಿಂತೆ ಏಕೆ? ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯವೇ ನಡೆದು ಬರುವುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಳಕ್ಕೆ.
ಅಸಹಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ನೊಂದವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ಶೋಷಿತರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ಜೀವಭಾವದ ದೇಶ ಭಾರತ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಭೇದ ಮಾಡದ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೇಗುಲ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ನೀಲಿ ಬಾನಿನ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಉಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಹೂವು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯ ಹಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು.
ಬಡವರು ಹಾಗೂ ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ಉಚಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಸಕ್ಷಮ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಲಹೆಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಬದ್ಧ ಕಾನೂನು ಸೇವಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ, ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ.
ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ.
Nyaya ellarigagi, justice for all, indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is indeed a very important day and also a memorable day for all of us. During the birth centenary year of the founder chairman, Karma Yogi, Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, Ramaiah College of Law is celebrating its silver jubilee, and also the inauguration of Access to Justice Conclave. On behalf of Ramaiah College of Law, in association with Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, I am Shankar Prakash, extending a very, very warm welcome to all of you for this historic and of course a very, very special function. A very hearty welcome to all of you. Tamagellarigu Adarada Swagata, Suswagata. At the outset, I would request the Director of Ramaiah College of Law, Shri M.R. Anandaram, for the welcome address.
Good morning. His Excellency, the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, esteemed judges of the Supreme Court and Karnataka High Court, former judges of the Supreme Court and Karnataka High Courts, trustees of the Gokula Education Foundation, the faculty and the heads of MS Ramaiah Group of Institutions, invitees, guests, friends, and my dear students. Today we gather to celebrate three remarkable events that have helped shaped us to where we are. April 2023 marked the 100th birth anniversary of my father, Dr. late Sri M.S. Ramaiah, a philanthropist and a visionary who established the Gokula Education Foundation. The other two milestones are the Diamond Jubilee of Ramaiah Institute of Technology and the Silver Jubilee of Ramaiah College of Law, the two most renowned and esteemed institutions of the country. As we mark the 25 years of Ramaiah College of Law, I would proudly like to welcome our deemed dignitaries. His Excellency Justice Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varale, Chief Justice of the Karnataka High Court and Patron-in-Chief, KSLSA. Honorable Justice G. Narendra, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman, KSLSA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri M.R. Anandram, Director, Ramaiah College of Law, for a very cordial welcome address. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with the Ashirwad of Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, the chairman of Gokula Education Foundation, Dr. M.R. Jairam, has been leading from the front and is working towards making the institution relevant to the current trends based on occupational outlook. Towards this, the foundation has kept abreast with the latest developments and has introduced several advanced and innovative methods of teaching and education. I would now request the Honorable Chairman, Dr. M.R. Jairam, for his introductory address. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಜೋರಾದ ಕರ್ತಾಡದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ M.R. Jairam.
Surrendering myself to the divine, His Excellency Justice S. Abdul Naziz, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh Ji, Honorable Sri Justice A.S. Bopanna Ji, Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna Ji, Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Sri Justice Prasanna B. Varale, Chief Justice of the High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Sri Justice G. Narendra, Judge of the High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Judges of the High Court, former Judges of the High Court of Karnataka, learned judicial officers, brother trustees, Chairperson of the Governing Council, Honorable Justice C. Gururajan, Member of the Governing Council, Sri Justice N.K. Patil, Governing Council member of the Sisters of the institutions, Head of institutions, and members of the participation law colleges, faculty members, guests, and students. This is a very important year for us. this function will be a valedictory function. The most important things that have happened. The first was the Diamond Jubilee celebration, which we celebrated 60 years of its existence of the Ramaiah Institute of Technology. Secondly, the same year, we have celebrated the centenary celebration of the founder of this institution, my beloved father. And thirdly, this is the Law College, which is existing for 25 years. We are celebrating Silver Jubilee. Having said this, sir, the Honorable Governor and the Justice, I'd like to place on record the beginning, how we started, in a very brief manner. It was 1962. Then the Chief Minister, C. Nidlingappaji, who was a great statesman, he invited my father and told him, "What are you doing with your money?" he asked. He fumbled and did not give a direct answer, but he said, "Sir, I've earned money, but I'm trying to purchase some lands." "What lands?" "Go and start the engineering college." That was the first dictum given by C. Nidlingappaji. Next 3 months, another incident happened. The finance minister of Karnataka, a good friend of my father, they met in a religious function in his home, and after the religious function, he called him aside, said, "Let's sit down. You have helped us. We would like to help you. Now we have taken a decision, the cabinet, that we are going to remove the prohibition. We are going to allow the bottling plant, and the first thing we are going to give it to you. Please accept it. You are a good friend of ours." Immediately, my father said, he was a bit hesitant, "Sir, can you suggest something else? I would like to take it." He said, "Mr. Ramaiah, please be aware, the money is in liquor, and you are going to see liquor as money. Please take it and go forward." He said, "Sir, still my conscience doesn't permit me. Can you suggest me something else?" So I said, "Okay, fine, I will let you know." So there were two areas in which he could have gone. Fortunately, he said, "I will take up starting of the engineering college." I would not like to take much time. 60 years have passed. Now I'd like to go in the present, where we are. Today we are 27 institutions in the same campus, one campus. And out of these 27 institutions, 6 of them have been in NRIF ranking, National Framework of Government of India. So we are in the path of excellence. This is our dream, to make this dream a path of excellence. Our future, next 5 years, we are planning to see that at least next 4 to 5 institutions come under the ranking of NIRF. And that's not all. In next 5 years' time, we would like to be graded either in the Times or the QS ranking in the world. We are praying God, so today, in this valedictory function, your excellencies, your judges, let me tell you, sir, you are kept in the highest esteem. You are the giver of justice. In our culture, you are placed, justice is placed next to God, or you are equal to God. What else we can get more than your presence being here, blessing us? Now I would like you to see whether we have done our part. Please bless us. If there is still something to be done, please give us a way out and ask us, give us strength to go forward. And if there is anything wrong, please correct us. We are open to all your advice. You are the people who can give us advice. I don't think anybody else in today's we can have it. Sir, I was born in 1946. The coming 75 years of my life, this 55 years, I've gone through the 4 stages of my life. One is the spirituality, next is the politics, third is the economics, and the fourth is the social. All these 4 stages I have gone through. I would like to say, today, the institution of justice has survived these 75 years, and it has been given the highest position, given by the people who have faith and trust in the judiciary. This is the only institution that I've seen which has given the trust and faith. My pranams to you all. As a citizen of this country, senior citizen of this country. As I said, there is nothing beyond you. Now you are the witnesses today for the future. There are 2,000 young students here who are looking forward, and you have given the wonderful pathway. There is nothing better pathway that you give to our young generation. You are the light of our country. Sir, I would like to tell the young students, the new world is emerging. There is destruction and there is going to be creation. You are going to see that disruption taking place. What you need is the blessings of, they are your fathers. Please take the blessings for you to go forward. I like to tell you, when disruption takes place, when creation starts, the new world order will be coming soon. People of wisdom are seeing that change is taking place. I am seeing this new emerging new world, the new justice, or the new way in which justice has been taught, you are the people who are going to do it. And what is that going to be? The nature and human man, both of them coming together to form the new justice, which is the ultimate, which is equal to the highest of God. That is the law of nature. That is what you are going to create. That's what you are going to make this world a better place to live, harmonious place to live. All the living organisms living together. That is the new world. And you, the giver of this justice, which has to come from India, you are the people who are going to be leaders. I am not going to be there to see you. Your fathers are not going to be there to see you. But All the blessings are with you, my young generation. You have to take this. Take that with vigor, with passion, and see that justice is ultimately given to every human being in this world. Sir, this is what I say, the culmination, the valedictory function, the culmination of the present and the future. This is something very important. And Ramaiah institutions have been a witness to this, making you to come together. So this is what we honestly feel, and we have served our purpose. And my pranams to all of you. And to you, all the people who are givers of justice. This valedictory function is a culmination of all that is good. And that has happened because your presence here. Thank you very much, sir. My pranams to all of you and to the Excellency, the Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Whom else can we expect? Who has got love for us. That love is enough for us to take care of. Bopana ji, your son was a student of ours. I'm sure that you are happy. And your happiness is our happiness. Madam, you are no better person. You are the light of all the women folk. You are the leader of this. And your judgments are something which adorable. People are looking very, very carefully the way in which you have given judgments. Sir, Justice Arvind Kumar ji, your daughter was also a student of ours. We had a lot of discussions, and we have so much love for you. You have given us so much of inputs for us. So with this wonderful time that we had, wonderful relationship that we had, the relationship is going to be continued forever and ever. The Chief Justice of Karnataka and the Justice, sir, we thank you all and thank all of you, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Honorable Chairman has given us a comprehensive overview of the success story of Ramaiah Group of Institutions, and at the same time has given us an insight into what is in store for the educational sector towards innovation and growth. Let's give a huge round of applause and thank Dr. M.R. Jairam for his inspiring and motivating leadership. Dhanyavadagalu, sir. At this juncture, it's my privilege to request His Excellency Justice Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Abdul Nazir, the Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, to kindly inaugurate the theme of today's event. So please put your hands together for the inauguration of Access to Justice Conclave. I would request the Principal, Professor Uma Mahesh Satyanarayana, for the facilitating the release. I would also request the Honorable Governor, Mr. Justice Abdul Nazir, for the release of the souvenir book. The souvenir book is a very important document which goes a long way towards giving us details of the various objectives of Ramaiah College of Law, and at the same time, the introduction of the various steps being taken by the college. Somehow the audience forgot to clap. No, I'm wrong. Thank you, sir. And I would also request Honorable Mr. Justice Abdul Nazir for the release of the Ramaiah College of Law, the Silver Jubilee video, Ramaiah College of Law Silver Jubilee video with the press of the remote.
Sri M.S. Ramaiah, the founder of this Gokula Education Foundation, started the School of Engineering in the year 1962. And in the course of more than 30 years, we have started developing other faculties, and Law College is one of the most important components in this development.
Karma-yogi Dr. Mattikere Sampangappa Ramaiah was born on 20th of April 1992 in Madhugiri, the only son of Shri Sampangappa and Narasamma. He completed his primary education in the government school, Mattikere village, which was then in the outskirts of Bengaluru city. Dr. M.S. Ramaiah began his career at Indian Testing Laboratories and further moved to Mysore Railways on a daily wage basis. At the age of 17, his father called him back to the family brick manufacturing. From there, he ventured into the job of a contractor and was a part of major projects in Karnataka. Dr. M.S. Ramaiah believed that education is the most powerful tool to change the world. This empowered him to set up educational institutions through Gokula Education Foundation. Gokula Education Foundation, GEF, was established in 1962 to serve the society in the fields of education and health. Dr. M.S. Ramaiah's vision found its expression in more and more institutions of higher learning established in the subsequent years. In 1995, Ramaiah College of Law was established with an aim to impart quality legal education to young minds in order to shape the country. Come, let's hear from few of Ramaiah's own.
I am Rachita Nanaya from the second batch of Ramaiah College of Law. I belong to the heydays when we were a handful of students unable to get into mischief. We would count our pennies before we went to the canteen and give us one free period. We'd zip off on our scooter to the trial court to watch the proceedings wide-eyed and with suitable gravitas.
I am Professor Arunagiri, joined this law college 96 when I started, but there were only 13 students. And this college has attracted from 13 to today 1,500 students. It shows the quality as well as discipline. Particularly the college is the first college to get ranks from the Bangalore University. And this college is known for discipline, and as well as it had the first time to enter into Jessup Moot Court, and students of this college has participated all over India in various moot courts and won the prizes, and both at the national level and the international level also they participated.
To talk about my college life, which goes back like almost 23 years now, 2000, that's when I came to Bangalore. 5 years of law college in Ramaiah College, which was the MSR Nagar and Mattikere area. It was a great experience for me. 5 years which I will always remember, having so many memories of the college, making so many friends, few friends for lifetime, giving tough time to our professors also, because those 5 years, it was just not studying law, it was also doing too many other things and living an independent life, coming out from a small town like Guwahati and making it big in Bangalore.
95ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ದೇವಿದಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವಾಗ 12 ಜನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರು. ಅವಾಗ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಹುಡುಗರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಹಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕುದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಹಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರೋದು ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವಾಗ 12 ಜನ ಇದ್ದರು ಹುಡುಗರು ಅವಾಗ 95ರಲ್ಲಿ.
In addition to legal studies, the students of this college are also involved in social and cultural activities in the larger interest of the people of the state. As a chairman of tribal welfare constituted by the Karnataka Legal Service Authority, I can tell you personally speaking that our students have done a wonderful job in providing legal service to the needy tribal people of this country.
I'm very happy to know that Ramaiah College of Law is going to complete its 25 years. First school that was established was the National Law School. On the same lines, Ramaiah College of Law is developing, and it needs to be said that I was associated with the governing council for some time, and I know how it is working. I'm very happy to say that it will complete its 50th year or even a centenary in due time with glory and honors to all the students and the professors.
I think it's time then that we start the engineering with law, medicine with law, pharmacy with law, and the BSc, the sciences with law, with say artificial intelligence or cyber security. These are becoming very, very relevant for the future development of our country itself.
I am very happy that Ramaiah College of Law has attained a very high level of academic excellence. This institution was started in the year 1995. We are happy that we are celebrating the silver jubilee of this prestigious institution. Over the last many years, this institution has grown leap and bounds, and as of now, this institution has a very dynamic principal, highly qualified and committed faculty, and very bright and talented students coming from different parts of the country.
One feature I greatly admire at students is their interest and participation in not just curricular activities, but also in extracurricular activities. Be it a fest, be it an NSS activity, wide range of activities. Their interest in these activities is remarkable.
The academic excellence of the college can be seen via the consistent university rankings backed by its students. The college has accomplished remarkable positions in leading publications of the country, making it one of the most desirable institutions. The college takes pride in the various student achievements, be it in terms of moot court, legal aid, intellectual property rights, alternate dispute redressal, debate, sports.
I am Medha Jayan. I am international para-athlete in shot put, and hopefully will be representing the country in the upcoming Asian Games held in China. I am very excited to share my journey with Ramaiah College of Law, and I'm thankful for the college to be helping me with academically and successfully pursue my sports career as well. Thank you.
NCC and NSS. The celebrations here is something to treasure and is always a delight to look back at. Started with a handful of students, the college today has a number of student initiatives which help them shape themselves better for the future.
I wish the principal, staff and students of Ramaiah College a very happy Silver Jubilee celebrations.
On behalf of all of us at our law school, I want to send greetings and best wishes to our colleagues at Ramaiah College of Law on this wonderful occasion of your Silver Jubilee. Congratulations, and we wish you a wonderful, wonderful celebration.
The institutions like ours should pave the way for starting of these new branches of study and making an integrated, the whole law institution, an integrated institution of its own, which can develop into a university by itself. This is how I look at the future of this law college.
Well, that's the growth story of the Ramaiah College of Law. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have on stage Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra. Just a quick introduction about the Honorable Mr. Justice, who enrolled himself as an advocate on 23rd of August 1989 in the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu. He commenced practice in the High Court of Judicature at Madras from 89 to 92. In the year 1993, he transferred the name to the rolls of Karnataka State Bar Council. He was appointed as the additional judge of the Karnataka High Court on 2nd of January 2015 and the permanent judge on 30/12/2017. I would now request Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra for the release of the RCL magazine Legalia. This is the magazine release, the Silver Jubilee edition of Legalia, the students' magazine from the Ramaiah College of Law. And the magazine goes a long way in terms of the message, the students' journey, and various other aspects. Thank you very much, Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman of Karnataka State Legal Services Authority. I would now request Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varle, the Chief Justice of High Court of Karnataka, for the release of the RCL Journal. The Chief Justice of High Court of Karnataka and the Patron-in-Chief of Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varle, releasing the RCL, and still all of you are still silent. No, the energy of the youth, the energy of the students. Thank you. Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra enrolled himself as an advocate on 23rd of August 89 in the Bar Council, and thereafter Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varle as an advocate on August 12, 1985. He served as Assistant Government Pleader and Additional Public Prosecutor for the High Court bench in Aurangabad, as well as Additional Standing Counsel for the Union of India. His Lordship was elevated in the Bombay High Court on July 18, 2008, and took its oath as Chief Justice of the High Court of Karnataka on October 15, 2022. I would request Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varle, the Chief Justice High Court of Karnataka and Patron-in-Chief of KSLSA, for his address. Bandhukale, swagatisi Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varle.
His Excellency Honorable Shri Justice S. Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Shri Justice A. S. Bopanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Srimati Justice B. V. Nagaratna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India, my esteemed brother Justice G. Narendra, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, my esteemed sister and brother judges in the audience, Shri K.S. Bharat Kumar, Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka, Shri M.R. Jairam, the Chairman, Shri M.R. Sitaram, Vice Chairman, Shri M.R. Ramaiah, the Secretary, Shri M.R. Pattabhiram, Trustee, Shri B.S. Ramprasad, Chief Executive, Shri G. Ramachandra, Chief Finance Officer, Gokula Education Foundation, Shri M.R. Anandram, Director, Professor Uma Mahesh, Principal, Ramaiah College of Law, all faculty members of MSRIT, dear aspiring students of law, ladies and gentlemen, Ellarugu Namaskara, good morning. I am very much delighted to be present on this occasion, and I thank the Ramaiah College of Law in association with Karnataka State Legal Services Authority for inviting me to the inaugural ceremony of Access to Justice Conclave on the occasion of birth centenary of the founder chairman Karma Yogi Dr. M.S. Ramaiah and Silver Jubilee celebrations of Ramaiah College of Law. Dr. Jairam, in his speech, shared with us the brief history and the glorious journey of the institute. Then in the video presentation, the journey was displayed with certain visuals and the professor's comments or the students' comments, and the video was so lively accepted and received with spontaneous response of the young powerhouses present in the gathering. Sir, this reminded me a couplet of Sant Jnaneshwar, and we all know a very famous saint, Sant Jnaneshwar, and the couplet, though it is in Marathi, I'll share with you and translate it. The couplet says, Ivale se ropa lavi ale dwari, Ivale se ropa lavi ale dwari, Velu tayacha gela gaganavari. I started the beginning with planting a small sapling, and see what is the journey. Now this sapling is turned into such a tree which almost touches the sky. I think this is probably the couplet which will describe the journey of this institute started by Sri Ramaiah. This gathering not only reflects the importance of the theme, but also showcases our collective dedication to ensure that justice reaches every citizen of our great nation. Access to justice for all is the motto of our legal services authorities, and it is an essential rule of law. Access to justice enables citizens to have their voices heard, exercise their rights, and challenge the discrimination. The traditional concept of access to justice, as understood by common man, is access to courts of law. For a common man, a court is a place where justice is meted out to him. But since the laws enacted were in English and legalese coupled with complicated procedure followed, common people found it difficult, confusing, and expensive. However, several initiatives of the Honorable Supreme Court to address these challenges, such as providing translation of judgments, live streaming of proceedings, awareness programs, etc., are indeed revolutionary measures. More such measures must be taken so that the people's faith in the judiciary continues to strengthen and the legal system becomes even more transparent, accessible, and accountable to all citizens. By promoting greater transparency, making legal information more comprehensible, and engaging the public through various awareness campaigns, the judiciary can enhance its credibility and ensure that justice is not only delivered but also perceived as fair and impartial by all members of the society. Advocates play an important role in helping litigants to access justice. They act as an effective mediator between the legal world and the common man. Therefore, lawyers, in addition to being champions at various laws, also have a social responsibility of helping the ignorant and underprivileged to attain justice. Karnataka State Legal Services Authority has taken innumerable steps to provide legal services to the needy. In this process, legal service clinics established by Karnataka State Legal Services Authority are playing a vital role. SOP for establishment of LCs in law colleges, which was released on 24/10/21, by Honorable Sri Justice U.U. Lalit, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, indicates that legal service clinics established in law colleges are immensely helpful to law students to gain first-hand knowledge about legal issues faced by the litigants. LCCs are facilitators in providing basic legal services to people. Thus, I believe that Access to Justice Conclave aims to provide a platform for the legal services clinics established in law colleges, universities, and other various institutions and bodies to deliberate on effectiveness of legal service clinics in providing access to justice and to draw inspiration from best practices adopted by the clinics so as to make the legal service clinics established by educational institutes more robust and more vibrant. Karnataka has achieved a top rank among 18 large and mid-sized states in the list of states and union territories in granting access to justice. Karnataka remained the state to have consistently met its quota for SC, ST and OBC positions both among the officers in police department and the constabulary. The concept of access to justice has two significant components. First, it's a strong and effective legal system with two rights clearly defined by substantive legislators. Second is an accessible judicial system which is available, responsive and quick. Constitution of India is a living document and constitutes the basic law of our nation. Preamble of our Constitution aims to secure to all citizens social, economic and political justice. Though it is not easy to attribute a precise meaning to term justice, by and large it can be stated that the idea of justice basically denotes equity and fairness. Right to access justice has been recognized as one of the fundamental rights. Justice delivery or the administration of justice is one of the paramount functions of the state. To bring justice closer to underprivileged segments of the society, various innovative measures, including providing free legal aid to the poor, have evolved over time. In several judgments, the Supreme Court has emphasized, while interpreting Article 21 in the light of Article 39A, that legal assistance to a poor accused person is a constitutional imperative. In the absence of legal assistance, injustice might ensue, and every act of injustice corrodes the foundation of our democracy. In the case of Anita Kushwaha versus Pushpa Sadan, while looking into the issue whether Supreme Court has the power to transfer civil or criminal case pending in any court in the jurisdiction of Jammu and Kashmir to a court outside the jurisdiction and vice versa, the apex court was required to examine inter alia whether access to justice is a fundamental right. The court in this decision has identified four main facets of access to justice. They are: the state must provide an effective adjudicatory mechanism. The mechanism so provided must be reasonably accessible in terms of distance. The process of adjudication must be speedy. The litigant's access to adjudicatory process must be affordable. I feel delighted to release MS Ramaiah Journal of Law. The Law Journal is a welcome step towards the enhancement of research skill of the law students. The 7 research articles published in the journal are all contributed by assistant professors of law, research scholars, and students of law of various prestigious universities and law schools. This being a journal bearing ISSN International Standard serial number is a reliable law journal. The publication of articles in law journals is an essential requirement in some universities to award master's degree in law, MPhil and PhD. Reading such law journals by students would foster a research attitude and prompt them to contribute their knowledge and engage in research activities in future. I kindly request the teaching faculty of this law college to encourage students to submit their articles on law for publication in these journals. As I stand here today, I see a future where justice is not privilege but a right exercised by every Indian regardless of their social or economic standing. Let us draw inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi's words, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." I hope this conclave will identify the shortfalls in our justice delivery system and recommend the remedial measures which can be feasibly implemented considering the challenges ahead. I extend my best wishes to this conclave. I have no doubts in my mind that initiatives like this will go a long way in realizing the cherished goals enshrined in our Constitution. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna Varle has complimented the students for their spontaneity and at the same time has underlined the various steps being taken by the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority towards imparting justice for all. So let's all once again thank Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna Varle for his address. Dhanyavadagalu, sir. Well, now it's time for the students to do some performance. We are now moving towards the legal awareness skit. Well, the Legal Services Clinic is here to present the story of Meera. Listen to me carefully. The story of Meera, a 14-year-old deaf and dumb girl. The drama encompasses the concepts of child marriage, domestic violence, sex trafficking, and the role of the Legal Services Clinic in delivering justice to this unfortunate soul. So, the RCL students will present this skit and all the other students will clap and welcome them. So put your hands together for the legal awareness skit.
ಶುಭ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇಂದು ಸೋಮನಾಥಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ದಿನ. ಹಸಿರಿನಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದ ಈ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಈಗ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ಮನೆಯ ಯಜಮಾನ ಹರೀಶ್, ಅವನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಗಂಗಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ 14 ವರ್ಷದ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗು ಮೀರಾ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೀರಾಗೆ ಮಾತೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿನೂ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾದಂತೆ ಹರೀಶಿನ ಚಿಂತೆಗಳು ದಿನೇ ದಿನೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಇವರ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಒಂದು ದಿನದ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಏನ್ ಜೀವನನೋ ಏನೋ ನಂದು, ನನ್ನ ಹಣೆ ಬರನೇ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ರೀ ರೀ ಅದೇನಾಯ್ತು ರೀ?
ದೇವ್ರ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಗಂಗಾ, ದೇವ್ರ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ.
ಹಂಗೆ ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ರೀ?
ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಗಂಗಾ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ದೇವ್ರೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ?
ಹೂ ಗಂಗಾ, ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಸಂಸಾರನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸಂಭಾಳಿಸ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸಾಕ್ಲಿ?
ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿರಿ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಹುಡ್ಕೋಣ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಗಂಗಾ, ದೇವ್ರ ಮುಂಚೆಯಿಂದ ನಂಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಬರ್ತೀಯಾನೆ.
ಏನಕ್ರಿ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಏನು ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ರೀ?
ಇನ್ನೇನಾಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಗಂಗಾ? ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡ, ಸಾತಾದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಇವಳನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಒಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಮಗುನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಗಂಗಾ, ಹೆಣ್ಮಗುನ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳ್ಸಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ದುಡ್ಮೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯಾರು ತಾನೇ ಇವಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ
ರೀ? ನಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಕಿಂತ ಚಿಂತೆ ಅವಳು ಮದ್ವೆದಾಗಿದೆ ರೀ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವಳು ಮದ್ವೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ? ವರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡೋಣ?
ವರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ವಿಷಯ ಬಿಡು ಗಂಗಾ. ಈ ಕ್ಯೂಡಿನ ಯಾರು ತಾನೇ ಮದ್ವೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮದ್ವೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರಾ? ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊರೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ದರಿದ್ರ.
ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಯಾರಿರ್ಬೋದು ರೀ?
ಯಾರಿರ್ಬೋದು? ಇರು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಾವಾ. ಓ ರಾಜೇಶ್, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಾ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಬಾವಾ? ಹ್ಞೂ ಹ್ಞೂ, ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಅಕ್ಕ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಅಕ್ಕ.
ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಹೇಗಿದ್ಯಾ?
ನಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಕ್ಕ, ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಆರಾಮಿದ್ದೀನಿ ರಾಜೇಶ್, ಕೂತ್ಕೋ ಬಾ.
ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ. ಮತ್ತೆ ದಿಢೀರ್ ಅಂತ ಊರ್ ಕಡೆ?
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಊರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ನಿಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ವಿಷಯನೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಜೇಶ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಒಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಹರೀಶಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೂಡ. ಅದು ಬಿಡು, ನೀನು ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಮಾಡಿ ದೂರದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಲ್ವಾ, ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಏನಾರು ತರಲಾ?
ಆಯ್ತಕ್ಕ.
ಸರಿ
ಇರು, ನಾನು ಬಂದೆ. ಪುಟಿ, ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ತಗೋ. ಏ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿ 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 ಬಾಯ್ಲಿ.
ಗಂಗಾ, ಗಂಗಾ,
ಹಾರಿ
ನೋಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಮೀರಾ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಜೊತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ.
ಹ್ಞೂ ರೀ, ಮೀರಾ ಅಂತೂ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗೇ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ರಾಜೇಶ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಬ್ರು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನೀನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಮೀರಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ. ರಾಜೇಶ್ನು ನೋಡಿ, ಇಬ್ರು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ.
ಏನು ಮದುವೆನಾ? ಮೀರಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ 15 ವರ್ಷನೂ ತುಂಬಿಲ್ಲ, ರಾಜೇಶ್ಗೆ 30 ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು. ಅವರಿಬ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಗಂಗಾ?
ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ? ನೀವು ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿಯಿಂದನೂ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮೀರಾಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟ್ರಿ ವರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದೇ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ವರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ವಿಷಯನೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ನಿಜಾನೇ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ಯೋಚನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿರಿ, ಈಗ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಾನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ರಾಜೇಶ್, ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನೋಡು, ಜಾಮೂನ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓ, ಸಂಕೋಚ ಪಟ್ಕೋಬೇಡ ರಾಜೇಶ್, ಇನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನು.
ತಿನ್ನು ರಾಜೇಶ್. ಹೆಂಗಿದಾವೆ ರಾಜೇಶ್?
ಅಕ್ಕ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೀರನ್ ಥರನೇ ಸಿಹಿ ಸಿಹಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಅಕ್ಕ.
ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಜೇಶ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೀರಾ ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ. ನಿಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೀರಾ ಹೆಂಗನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾಳೆ ರಾಜೇಶ್?
ಮೀರಾನಾ? ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಕ್ಕ.
ಕಿವಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡ ರಾಜೇಶ್.
ಆದರೆ ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರನ್ನ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹರೀಶ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರದ್ದು ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ಏನು ಮದುವೆನಾ? ಮೀರನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಲಿ?
ರಾಜೇಶ್, ಈ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರೋದಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಒಬ್ಬನೇ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಮೀರಾನ ನೀನು ಮದುವೆ ಆದರೆ ಅವಳನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭರವಸೆ ನನಗಿದೆ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಮೀರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಜೇಶ್?
ನನಗೇನೋ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಕ್ಕ. ಹೇಗಿದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನಿದೆ ರಾಜೇಶ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಮೀರಾನೇ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಜೇಶ್?
ಆಯ್ತಕ್ಕ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಮೀರಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ನನಗೆ?
ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಇವ್ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ? ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿ ಮೀರಾನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ.
ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಾ. ಬಾ ಮಗಳೇ ಬಾ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಮೀರನ್ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ನಿಂದು ರಾಜೇಶ್. ಗಂಡು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಹಾರ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಹಿರಿಯರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಮೀರಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವಳ ಸೋದರ ಮಾವ ರಾಜೇಶ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ದೇವರ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಿತು. ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗಲೇ ಬಳಲುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಹರೀಶ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗಂಗಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೊರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರೋ ಹಾಗೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುದ್ದಮ್ಮನ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತಗೊಳಿಸಿದ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಆವರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿತು. ಆದರೆ ಅವರ ಮಗಳ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವ ಪ್ರವಾಹವನ್ನು ಯಾರೂ ಸಹ ಊಹಿಸಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಏ ಮೀರಾ, ಓ ಥೂ, ಈ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಕಿವಿ ಬೇರೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಮೀರಾ, ಬಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಇಸ್ಪೀಟ್ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೋಗಿ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ ಹೋಗೆ. ಏನೇ ನನ್ನ ಮುಖ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ತಾನೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ. ಹೋಗೆ ಹೋಗ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಹೇಳ್ದನ್ ಕಾಟ. ಓ ಬಂದ್ರನ್ಸತ್ತೆ. ಲೋ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ.
ಬಂದೇ ಇರೋ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ,
ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಏನಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರಾಮ? ಓ ಕಣ, ಆರಾಮಾಗೇ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಮದುವೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ.
ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಟ ಆಡೋಣ, ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಸು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ, ಯಾರು ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡೇ ಬಿಡೋಣ.
ಹಾಕು
ಹಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಶಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕೋಣ.
ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ,
ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ.
ತಗ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋತ್ನಲ್ಲೋ ಇನ್ಲೇ.
ಇವನ್ ಬಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಸೋಲೋದೆ.
ಏನ್ರೋ ಇದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋತೋದ್ನಲ್ರು. ಆಯ್ತು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು?
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಮಗ, ಒಂದು 25,000 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋ.
ಏನೋ 25,000ನಾ? ನಂಗೆ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ಜೇಬಲ್ಲಿ 25 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ 25,000 ಹೇಗ್ರೋ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ?
ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರು, ಈ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದಾದ್ರೂ ಕಾಸು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಾ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಲೋ ಕಾಮೇಶ, ಸೋಮೇಶ, ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವೇನ್ರೋ?
ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸೇ ಹಂಗ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ?
ಲೋ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಾಸು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ರು, ಏನೋ ಮಾಡೋದು?
ಇವಾಗೇನು ಕಾಸು ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ?
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಕೊಡೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು.
ಲೋ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ರೋ, ಕಾಸು ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ.
ಲೋ ಮಗ, ಇವ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸು ಕೊಡಂಗೇನೋ ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ವೋ? ಆವಾಗ ನೀನ್ ಹೆಂಡ್ತಿನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ.
ಏನೋ ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಇವಳು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಬಿಡು.
ಹೌದಾ? ಹೇಗಿದ್ರು ಏನೂ ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಇವಳು. ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ. ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಇವಳು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು? ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ರು. ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ, ಹೇಗಾದ್ರೂ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗ್ಲಿ.
ಇಸ್ಪಿಟ್ ಆಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆದ್ದುಗೊಂಡ ಮೀರಾನ ತಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಅವರ ಹಣದ ಹುಚ್ಚನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಲು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಮೀರಾನ ವ್ಯಭಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರಲು ಚಂದ್ರಿಕಾ ಅಕ್ಕನ ವೇಶ್ಯಾಗೃಹಕ್ಕೆ ಎಳೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಬಾರೆ ಅಕ್ಕ.
ಸದ್ದು ಏನೋ
ಅಕ್ಕ, ನೋಡಕ್ಕ, ಹೊಸ ಮಾಲ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಮಾರಕ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಹ್ಞೂ ಅಕ್ಕ, ಅದೇನೋ ಒಂಚೂರು ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಕ್ಕ.
ಹೇ, ರೇಟು ನೀವಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹುಡುಗಿ ಬಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳ?
ಹ್ಞೂ ಅಕ್ಕ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ.
ಮಾಲು ಹೊಸದ ಹಳೇದ?
ಹಳೇದೇ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಹಳೆ ಮಾಲ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವನ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ? 30,000 ಮೇಲೆ 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಎತ್ತಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್.
ಏನಕ್ಕ 30,000ನಾ? ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಮ್ಮಿನಾ ಇವಳಿಗೆ?
ಹಳೆ ಮಾಲು ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು?
ಏನು ಬರೀ 30,000ನಾ? ಇವಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿ, 30,000 ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಡೀಲ?
ಓಕ, ಇವಳಿಗೆ
ಏನೋ ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ವಾ?
ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಕಿವಿನೂ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ವಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ.
ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ, 70,000 ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡು.
ಬಾ ಬಾ ಬಾ.
ಏಯ್ ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ.
ಎರಡು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಮೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಕಾಮುಕರ ಕಾಮಾಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತುತ್ತಾಗಿ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿಯಾಗುತ್ತಾಳೆ. ಇವಳು ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿಯಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಚಂದ್ರಿಕಾ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರ ಕಾಮ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀರಾ ಏನೂ ಉಪಯೋಗವಿಲ್ಲವೆಂದು ಯೋಚಿಸಿ ಅವಳನ್ನು ವೇಶ್ಯಾಗೃಹದಿಂದ ಹೊರಹಾಕುತ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾರೋ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ಯಾ ಪುಟ್ಟ? ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಗಾಯಗಳಾಗಿದೆ ಪುಟ್ಟ. ಪುಟ್ಟ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಆಶಕ್ ನೀರಿನ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಕೊಡು. ಪುಟ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಪುಟ ಪುಟ ತಗೋ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿ. ತಗೋ ತಗೋ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ತಗೋ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ ಪುಟ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರು ಇವಳೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇರು ನಾನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಕಿವಿನೂ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವಳು ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ್, ನಿಂಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ನೀನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡು.
ಇರು.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೂರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಷ್ಟು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ಕಾಣ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತ?
ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಂತೀರಾ?
ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಆಶಿಕ್, ನೀನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡು, ನಾನು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ತಿಳಿಸೋಣ.
ಸರಿ.
ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನು ಇವಳನ್ನ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಪಾಪ ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಗಾಯಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ್, ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ಬಾ. ಬಾ ಪುಟ್ಟ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ, ನಾನು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಲೋ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್? ಹಾಂ ಸರ್, ನಾನು MS ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ್ ಅಂತ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತಿಕೆರೆ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೊಬ್ಳು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಸರ್. ಏಜ್ ಒಂದು 16ರಿಂದ 17 ವರ್ಷ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವಳು ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಬಂದು ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತಿಕೆರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಆಶಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ಈ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಮತ್ತಿಕೆರೆ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ 14 ಅಂದರೆ 17 ವರ್ಷ ಇರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ. ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಇವಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿನೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮಗೇನೋ ಅನಿಸಿದೆ ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ಅಂತ. ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಂ ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಏನೋ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೀರಾಳ ಗಂಡ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾದ ಕಾಮೇಶ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಸೋಮೇಶರನ್ನು ವಿಚಾರಣೆಗೆ ಒಳಪಡಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆಯಾಗಿ ಜೈಲುವಾಸ ಅನುಭವಿಸುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ಕಿನ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಸೇವಕರು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಲಹಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಸಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಮ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಮೀರಾಳ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಜೊತೆ ರಾಜಿ ಸಂಧಾನವನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಮಗಳಿಗಾದ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಮೀರಾಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿ ಕರೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾದರು. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಕ್ಲೇವಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶವೇನೆಂದರೆ ಮೀರಾಳಂತಹ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕ ದುರ್ಬಲರು, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು, ದಿವ್ಯಾಂಗರು ಶೋಷಣೆಗೊಳಗಾಗುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚುತ್ತಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಈ ವರ್ಗದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಸಲಹೆ ಮತ್ತು ನೆರವನ್ನು ನೀಡಲು ನಮ್ಮಂತಹ ನುರಿತ ತರಬೇತಿ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಇದನ್ನು ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ಅವರ ನೆರವಿನಿಂದ ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೊರಕಿಸಿಕೊಡುವುದು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿತ್ತು ಈ ಸ್ಕಿಟ್. ಆದರೆ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಯಾಕೋ ಸಾಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ human life is about emotions. So when emotionally we connect ourselves, it will definitely make us feel better. So ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು to all the students for that wonderful presentation of the skit. At this juncture, I would request Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for the inauguration of Consulex. I would request the Assistant Professor of Ramaiah College of Law, Mrs. Gnanavi Bopaya, to kindly come over for the facilitation of the release. One minute, wait. We also have the release of the brochure of Consulex and the banner. The banner of Consulex, which is a startup advisory, and this also being released by the Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar. So here we have Consulex, the inauguration.
Hey, have you ever wondered what it takes to start your own business? Well, let me tell you, it's not as easy as it seems. There are a lot of legal hurdles that you need to be aware of. But don't worry, because we've got you covered. Introducing the legal consultancy firm run by the students of Ramaiah College of Law. We provide consultation for startups on everything from legal advisory, commercial contracts, and regulatory compliance. We also have on board our distinguished alumni and other legal professionals. Our expertise will help you get your business off the ground and running smoothly. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today for all your legal needs. Don't let legal hassles hold you back from chasing your entrepreneurial dreams.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar speaks, it's my privilege to give a very quick introduction of Mr. Justice, who enrolled himself as an advocate in the year 1987. He was appointed as the Additional Central Government Standing Counsel at High Court of Karnataka in the year 1999. In the year 2005, was appointed as the Assistant Solicitor General of India, Additional Judge, High Court of Karnataka, 26th June 2009, Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, and took oath of office on 13th of October 2021 to 12th of February 2023. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he was elevated as a Judge of the Supreme Court of India and took oath of office on 13th of February 2023. Please put your hands together, and it's my privilege to request Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar for his special address.
His Excellency, my esteemed former brother Justice Abdul Nazir, Governor of Andhra Pradesh, my esteemed brother Ajji Kutira Somaya Bopanna, my esteemed sister Bengaluru Ramaiah Nagaratna, Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka Shri Prasanna B. Varale, Mr. Justice Narendra, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman, Legal Service Authority, my esteemed brother and sister judges of High Court of Karnataka, former judges of High Court of Karnataka, trustees of MS Ramaiah, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, Shri Ashok Harnalli, Shri M.R. Nayak, former Advocate Generals, senior advocates, learned faculty members, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to one and all. 25 years ago, the vision of Mr. M.S. Ramaiah took shape and this great institution of M.S. Ramaiah Law College came into existence. Mattikere Sampige Ramaiah, who is the founder of this institution, was born on 20th April 1922, and we all know that he was a renowned educationist, philanthropist, industrialist, and a pioneer in creating several institutions. This year happens to be the birth centenary year of Karmayogi Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, and celebrating both centenary and silver jubilee is a momentous occasion. This institution, in association with Karnataka State Legal Service Authority, under the stewardship of Chief Justice of Karnataka, Justice Prasanna B. Varale, and guided by brother and sister judges of High Court of Karnataka, visualized to celebrate this momentous occasion by having a conclave of access to justice. I don't think there could have been any better program to commemorate the silver jubilee of Law College. The Constitution of India, Article 32 and Article 226 promise to provide effective mechanism and secure the fundamental right of every citizen to get access to courts in India. These articles also provide for speed tracking mechanism and enables them to have quick remedies. The Constitution is thus the protector and guarantee the fundamental right that exists in courts. Article 39A of the Constitution of India, I quote, mandates, I quote, the state shall secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice and a basis of equal opportunity, and shall in particular provide free legal aid, suitable legislation or schemes or in any other way to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities. Legal aid is a fundamental facilitator to ensure access to courts. The Supreme Court from time to time has taken several progressive measures to promote access to justice and has upheld the Constitution of India. We get an indication of this from Husinara versus State of Bihar, whereunder Article 21 has been interpreted with reference to speedy trial. In this case, the Supreme Court has also introduced the Legal Aid Service Program, providing free legal aid to under trials. Access to justice. I draw inspiration from one of the oldest and most revered texts in the world of Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that we can find profound insights on the principles of justice, righteousness, and access to justice, which I would like to enumerate in the following manner. Number 1, path of dharma. It is said, dharmo rakshati rakshita. You protect dharma, dharma will protect you. Arjuna is troubled by the dilemma of fighting the war against his own kin. In his moral confusion, he turns to Lord Krishna for guidance. Krishna enlightens him about the importance of fulfilling one's duty, upholding righteousness, and following the path of dharma. Access to justice is not just about the availability of legal system, but also about the pursuit of righteousness and moral responsibility in our actions. Second comes fairness and impartiality. The concept of justice also embodies fairness and impartiality. Again, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna emphasizes the principles of treating all being equals. This lesson reminds us of the importance of upholding the fairness and equality when ensuring access to justice for all members of the society, regardless of their social status or background. The third aspect is non-violence and conflict resolution. Another important aspect of access to justice is the promotion of non-violence and peaceful conflict resolution. In Gita, Lord Krishna teaches the significance of maintaining inner harmony and peace amidst external turmoil. The true warrior is not one who seeks violence, but one who can tame their inner conflicts and maintain composure in challenging situations. This valuable lesson encourages us to seek peaceful solutions to conflicts and disputes and thereby ensuring justice without resorting to unnecessary harm. And the fourth one is empathy and compassion. Justice can only be truly served when it is intertwined with empathy and compassion. In one of the Gita's verses, Krishna speaks of a realized person who is sensitive to sorrows and joys of others. Access to justice must extend beyond the mere application of law. It should encompass genuine concern for the well-being of others and a compassionate understanding of their struggles. The fifth one is overcoming injustice and evil. Throughout, the Krishna emphasizes the importance of holding righteousness and overcoming evil forces. Justice cannot prevail if we turn blind eye to injustice and oppression. The teachings of Krishna encourage us to stand up against wrongdoings and injustice, acting as agents of change to create a just and harmonious society. It is the responsibility of the state to ensure that justice is not only available but also affordable and delivered in a timely manner. And I would like to dwell upon these challenges and propose the following potential solutions to create more and inclusive and efficient justice system. Number one, legal awareness and education. One of the primary obstacles to access to justice in India is the lack of legal awareness and education among the general population. Just now we had the benefit of seeing the skit played by the students, which was so touching. I had become virtually emotional and I was on the verge of tears coming down. Somehow I controlled. And this is what is required to be propagated in the entire society. Many individuals, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds, are unaware of their rights and available legal remedies. We should not only be concerned about the docket explosion, we should also be equally concerned about docket exclusion. Those persons who have been deprived of approaching the court due to lack of legal awareness. It is imperative to launch nationwide campaigns and educational programs to empower the citizens with knowledge about their legal rights and the functioning of the justice system. Then comes the financial barriers. The cost associated with legal proceedings is a significant deterrent to access to justice. Engaging legal representation, court fees, and other related expenses can be more for the common man. To address this issue, the appropriate government should promote the use of legal aid services and provide financial support to those who cannot afford legal representation. Pro bono services by legal professionals and simplified fee structure can also make the legal process more affordable. Though Indian judicial system is said to be burdened with enormous backlog of cases, which results in delays that stretch of years and in some cases even decades. To tackle this challenge, it is crucial to strengthen the judiciary by improving the court, not only the court infrastructure, but also implementing the technologies like e-filing, digital case management, and expedite the legal process. Language and regional barriers is the fourth aspect which we will have to address ourselves. India's diversity is its strength, but it can also pose challenge to access to justice. Language and regional barriers can make it difficult for people in certain regions to comprehend legal proceedings and communicate effectively in courts. To overcome this issue, regional language interpreters and legal aid services in local languages should be made available. Furthermore, efforts should be made to simplify legal language in official documents and proceedings. Friends, you might be aware, in few courts in Supreme Court, when the proceedings are being live streamed, you get the footnote in English and automatically you can transcribe it into 13 languages. And that is the technology which has given the benefit of even a common man understanding the legal intricacies. Then comes the ADR, that is alternative dispute resolution. Introducing and promoting alternative dispute resolution mechanism such as mediation and arbitration can significantly reduce the burden on the courts and expedite the resolution of disputes. Technology integration is the sixth aspect. The integration of technology can revolutionize the justice system in India. Implementing virtual courts and online dispute resolution platforms can enhance accessibility, especially for those in remote areas. Technology can also streamline legal processes, case management, and evidence presentation or recording, thereby reducing the delays and costs. And sensitization of judicial personnel. It is essential to sensitize train the judicial personnel on the importance of providing equal and unbiased justice to all citizens. Then comes the legal aid and awareness in prisons. Access to justice is not limited to those outside the prison walls. Ensuring legal aid and awareness for inmates is also crucial to uphold their rights and ensure a fair trial. Legal aid clinics can be established within the prisons, enabling inmates to seek advice and assistance regarding their cases. I may refresh the memory of this august gathering that Section 4K of the Legal Service Authority Act mandates that National Legal Service Authority and the State Legal Authority to develop, in consultation with the respective bar councils, programs for legal education and to promote guidance and supervision of the establishment of work of legal services clinics, law colleges and other institutions. As per Regulation 24 of the National Legal Service Authority regulation, it is obligatory on the part of law colleges, law universities to set up legal services clinics. In the process of providing access to justice to needy, it should be the endeavor of law colleges in association with State Legal Service Authority to instill service motto in the young minds by virtue of which the legal services institution will achieve excellency to cater to the weaker section and marginalized sections of the society. And for one last piece of advice to the young minds, young lawyers or budding lawyers. See, it is said there is no shortcut to success. In Sanskrit, there is one Subhashita, which I would like to quote. It reads like this: Artha Turanam na guru na bandhu. Artha Turanam na guru na bandhu. The person who wants to earn money, there is no guru, there is no bandhu. Shuddha Turana na pakva na ruchihi. The person who is hungry is not bothered about the taste. Kama Turana na lajja na bhayam. The person who is of desire, he doesn't have anything to think about. Likewise, Vidya Turana na nidra na sukham. You want to acquire knowledge, you want to acquire excellence, there is no nidra, there is no sukha. Work hard and bring laurels to your institution, to the society and to the nation, and not forgetting what is enshrined in Part 4 of the Constitution, which mandates fundamental duties of citizens, where it is said you go after excellence. Where on the lighter side it is said in one of the films, that is Three Idiots, Amir Khan says, he says, success ke piche mat bhago, excellence ke piche bhago, success wahi aa jayega. Follow that and you will all excel in your life. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar has called upon the entire citizen fraternity towards the various steps to be undertaken towards inclusive and efficient judicial system, and also he has motivated the students towards the various paths to achieve excellence. So let's all once again thank Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, for his special address. Dhanyavadagalu, sir. I would now request Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge Supreme Court of India, for the inauguration of the Kanunu Sante. I would request the Honorable Srimati Justice to kindly move to the right-hand side of the stage and unveil the banner. Kanunu Sante. Barali vandu sala jorada chappale. Well, please note that this banner has got the various names of the participating colleges by this banner. Kanunu Sante unveiling the banner. The participating colleges, there's a big list. Thank you very much. Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna started practicing law in 1987. She was elevated as the Judge of the High Court of Karnataka in 2008. Honorable Srimati Justice represented Karnataka State Legal Services Authority and High Court Legal Services Committee. She was the President of Karnataka Judicial Academy and the Bengaluru Mediation Center, Bengaluru. She was elevated as the Judge of the Supreme Court of India on 31st of August 2021. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together and let's welcome Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge Supreme Court of India, for the keynote address.
His Excellency Justice Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh and former Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justices A.S. Bopanna and Justice Arvind Kumar, Judges Supreme Court of India, Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Karnataka, Prasanna B. Varale, who is the Patron-in-Chief of the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Justice Narendra, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Judges of the High Court of Karnataka, Dr. M.R. Jairam, Chairman, Gokula Education Foundation, Sri M.R. Sitaram, Vice Chairman, Sri M.R. Anandram, the Director, Ramaiah College of Law, and the entire family of M.S. Ramaiah institutions, Sri Ram Prasad, former IAS Chief Executive, Sri Uma Mahesh Satyanarayan, Principal, faculty, staff, and students of Ramaiah College of Law, learned senior advocates and learned advocates, learned Registrar General and Registrars of the High Court, distinguished invitees, students of the law colleges who are participating in the Kanunu Sante, members of the press and media, and ladies and gentlemen. I am very delighted to be addressing this August gathering on the occasion of the Silver Jubilee of Ramaiah College of Law, on account of which this meaningful function, Access to Justice Conclave, has been organized in collaboration with Karnataka State Legal Services Authority. I thank Gokula Education Foundation and Ramaiah College of Law and Karnataka State Legal Services Authority for inviting me to my hometown. It is a significant coincidence that this year marks the Silver Jubilee of the Ramaiah College of Law and also is a birth anniversary of Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, a doyen in the field of education, a visionary, a philanthropist, and educationist who established around 60 years ago the Gokula Education Foundation and has pioneered a galaxy of institutions thereafter. M.S. Ramaiah Group of Institutions is a sought after not only in the field of medicine and engineering, but also dental sciences, management, and now law. Owing to the dedication in the field of law, the institutions have got the recognition of a private university. The services rendered by the medical and dental hospitals through their respective faculties and students have earned a unique place in this field. On this occasion, I must remember that my father was associated with this group of institutions as being part and chairman of the ethics committee way back in the 90s. And now my husband is associated with the MS Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences. The Ramaiah College of Law is also a center of excellence in the area of legal studies. The initiatives such as Access to Justice Conclave enables the students to have an exposure to the profession of law even when they are still in the college. I congratulate the Ramaiah College of Law and Karnataka State Legal Services Authority for organizing this conclave. Access to justice, as we all know, is a people's principle, which is fundamental as a human right. It all depends upon the citizens' knowledge of rights and the access to tools to enforce those rights effectively and affordably. Making access to justice a reality is, in my opinion, one of the most laudable objects of the Constitution. We all know that the preamble says, and it gives citizens social, economic, and political justice. In order to make this a reality, we have Article 39A, which states that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity. Equal opportunity must include the provision for free legal aid by the state to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen owing to economic or other disabilities. Access to courts, in my view, is a component of access to justice. This includes enabling litigants to overcome barriers to getting into court, ensuring that appropriate treatment is meted out within the court system, which would in turn ensure that the litigants obtain just outcomes from the court system. In this, there are various levels, and the first is to give legal aid to the disadvantaged sections of the society. I must emphasize here that giving legal aid to the poor is not the same thing as poor legal aid. If legal aid must be given to the poor, it must be quality legal aid. The Legal Services Authority across the country must realize as to why many people are not availing legal aid services. In my view, there are two reasons. One, because the people are not aware of the legal and constitutional rights for which the legal awareness camps are conducted with the assistance of the colleges and the students and paralegal volunteers. The second is that they do not have confidence in the quality of legal aid offered. This reason is quite dangerous to the system of legal aid itself. I would urge the legal services authorities to recruit onto their panels lawyers who are qualified and who are willing to give their quality service. I exhort all lawyers who are gathered here and to appeal to all lawyers, both young and experienced, to come forward to offer their pro bono services. I am sure that there are nearly 200 senior advocates practicing in Karnataka. Even if they do 2 pro bono legal aid cases, it would make a big dent and significance to the system. I appeal to the senior advocates who are gathered here and through them to everybody to offer themselves to do at least 2 legal aid briefs in a year. This would inspire younger advocates to empanel themselves and render pro bono services. I must recall to this august audience that way back in 1948, my father started the Legal Aid Society. And it was through that legal aid, one of the most important cases, which is commonly known as the Drayton murder case or the Joker case. He argued as a pro bono way back in the 1950s. And as a result of that argument made in the High Court, an innocent man was saved from the gallows. You know, those days, those who are aware of the Drayton murder case will know that that was a pro bono litigation which my father took up. I must say that I have been on the panel of the High Court's Legal Services Committee and the Karnataka Legal Services Authority for about 10 years, and it has given me immense satisfaction to be working for the legal aid on a pro bono basis. I can give you only one example, and that is with regard to the Sheila Barsa case, where the public interest litigation was taken up by the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, and that was with regard to improvement of the conditions of mental health in the state of Karnataka, and one result of that was the Dharwad Mental Health Institute was improved. The second element is with regard to Legal Services Authority taking up public interest litigation wherever it is necessary and utilizing the services of the panel advocates for ensuring that the welfare legislations are implemented. That apart, I must say, as far as ordinary civil litigation, writ petitions, etc. are concerned, the Legal Services Authority and the various authorities at the district and taluk levels must assist the persons who are in need of legal aid to have access to the courts. Then only the discourse of access to justice would become more meaningful. Of course, the yeoman service rendered through the system of Lok Adalat must be complemented, but that is in the context of reduction of pendency of cases, not so much on access to justice. In my view, if access to justice has to be more meaningful, it is the district judiciary which must really take into account what is the real meaning of access to justice. High standards must be maintained by the advocates who are empaneled in the district judiciary as advocates of the Legal Services Authority, and who must have a mission to accomplish and not merely to have their name put on the panel. I must also inform that the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority as well as the district and taluka authorities must assess the performance of the advocates who are empaneled. What is the quality of service that they are rendering? Whether they are demanding fees from the persons who are referred to them for legal aid, whether they are attending to the cases or they are ignoring the legal aid cases for their other private briefs. There must be a mechanism to assess, and in this way, response of the litigants to with regard to the services rendered by the advocates on the legal aid must be there, so that the constant assessment of advocates by the Legal Services Authority would ensure that the really good ones are retained on the panel and the other ones are removed from the panel. I must also say from experience that one of the problems with regard to legal aid cases is the delay in the filing of cases. This is because the authorities first try to seek an opinion from the advocate whether the case is fit to be filed. But I must tell you that there are so many cases such as where there are jail appeals, cases against scheduled caste and scheduled tribe violations, cases with regard to assault on women. Where is the question of taking an opinion whether it is a fit case to be granted legal aid? They are off, as of right they are entitled to legal aid. In such cases, the quicker process must be adopted, and for this we require dynamic judicial officers to be appointed as member secretaries of the Legal Services Authority. Usually what we find that some judicial officers who are not good on the judicial side are made to do work on as member secretaries of the legal services committees because there is no deciding of cases there. that approach, in my view, is not at all correct. You must pick up the best of the judges who have a passion for rendering legal aid through their member secretary post, and they must be trained in the Judicial Academy as to what their post entails. Then only we will have this access to justice more meaningful. I must say one more aspect with regard to access to justice, and that is you must have more gender diversity on the bench, include more women judges on the bench, then only all other women, which form 50% of the population of India, will have confidence to approach the courts. If you are having only men to decide cases concerning problems of women who may not understand what the woman is undergoing, like today we were able to see the skit, how it is an eye-opener for so many people here today. I hope this skit is taken through Doordarshan and other media all over the state. I wish that is done, because it will be an eye-opener for the rights. Then only we have more and more women having confidence in the legal system and to the courts. Then the access to justice to women will become more meaningful. Another aspect I would like to stress on this occasion is that on account of the COVID pandemic, what has happened, we have virtual courts. Now, virtual courts are also open courts. In my view, where advocates and litigants appear through the video conferencing facilities, the courts or the judges should not and ought not to snub them because they are appearing through the video conferencing facility. The virtual courts must be just like open courts. The virtual courts also must be open courts. We have our Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who is stressing every minute for having digitalization and virtual courts. But we have in some places judges snubbing at lawyers and litigants who are appearing through virtual facility. That should stop immediately. Therefore, I must appeal to all our judicial officers and judges to not snub those who are appearing virtually, either advocates or litigants, and to hear them just like you hear them in the courts. Before concluding, I must emphasize that not the Legal Services Authority, but there are a large number of organizers who are partners to the legal services and for access of justice. Collaboration between such stakeholders, community organizations, and other such organizations working closely with the justice system is very, very important and ought to be recognized. The Legal Services Authority must take in their services also in order to ensure that they become more dynamic and inclusive. I must say that conclaves such as this is a great help in molding on the access to justice topic. I am happy to inaugurate the Kanunu Sante, which is a well thought out idea brought out by MS Ramaiah Law College. Clinics for legal aid in law colleges are stepping stones for the future generation of advocates to imbibe the service motto in the legal profession and to make access to justice a reality. I congratulate the organizers of this conclave for their idea and wish all participants in the Kanunu Sante the very best. I once again thank MS Ramaiah Group of Institutions and Karnataka State Legal Services Authority for giving me this opportunity to share a few of my concerns and thoughts on this auspicious occasion. I thank you all for your kind attention. Namaskar.
Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna has cautioned the entire society towards the urgent need of creating awareness camps towards giving and providing legal aid to the citizen fraternity. Let's all once again thank Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna for the keynote address. Dhanyavadagalu, Madam. Well, as we are all aware, India is a country which is known for its cultural diversity, cultural heritage, unity in diversity, and classical dances are one of the most important and integral part of Indian culture. Next, we'll have a classical dance. Now, what this classical dance is going to tell us about, it's the transcendent dance of Mushikasura. Just hear it properly, Mushikasura, from demon to devotee and Vahana of Lord Ganesha. In the divine realms of Hindu mythology, the story of Mushikasura unfolds a tale that weaves together elements of redemption, devotion, and transformation through the medium of dance. Mushikasura, a formidable demon, turning into Lord Ganesha's Vahana with celestial grace. And the story of Mushikasura stands as a profound testament to the power of divine grace and the potential for transformation. So put your hands together for the students of Ramaiah College of Law, a couple of them, for the presentation of the classical dance.
कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम् कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम्
Well, after watching the skit as well as this dance, all of us are quite convinced that in addition to learning law, the students of Ramaiah College of Law are indeed talented. So the artists always love the sound of your applause. Congratulations to all the students. At this juncture, I would request Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for the inauguration of Joint Center for Disability Law. For this, we have the two staff from APD, Dr. N.S. Sendil Kumar, the CEO, Jacob Kurian, Honorary Secretary, and the RCL faculty in charge, Mr. Badal Chatterjee, for the facilitation of the release and the inauguration. Another important moment, because this is the Association of People with Disability, another important step towards pro-society taken by the Ramaiah College of Law. We also have several books in this regard to create awareness and the various subjects which would go a long way towards educating the public at large. We also have a video in this regard with regards to the inauguration of APD RCL Center for Disability Law. Let's have the video, please.
The APD story. In Bengaluru's quiet neighborhood of Lingarajpura, the central premises of APD, the Association of People with Disability, bustles with activity. While the integrated school here educates normal children and ones with disability, the Community Learning Center inside prepares severely challenged children to join mainstream schools. The vocational training school here helps educate youngsters with disabilities, molding their careers in industry and information technology, while APD's horticulture centers in the city train them and make them experts in nursery maintenance, gardening and landscaping, while most find jobs in companies, residential societies, nurseries and private organizations. Some of them have become entrepreneurs. Since its inception in the year 1959, APD has been in the forefront of social rehabilitation for people with disabilities, people who are otherwise resigned to their condition, struggling in life with low self-esteem without any goal or aspirations in life. Over the years, APD, with the integrated experience of its members, evolved well-researched programs in counseling, in physical and occupational therapy, and with an array of training tools designed to build their confidence, hone their skills, setting goals, and helping its trainees achieve them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before Honorable Shri Justice Bopanna speaks, way back in 1984, November 21st, he enrolled himself as an advocate. He also worked as a legal advisor to central public sector undertakings and worked as additional central government standing counsel from 1999 to 2005. He was appointed as the additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka on January 6, 2006 and became a permanent judge on 1st of March 2007, elevated as the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court on October 29, 2018 and elevated as the Judge of Supreme Court of India on May 24, 2029. I would now request Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge Supreme Court of India, for the presidential address. Bandhugale, swagatisi, Gauravanvita Shri Justice A.S. Bopanna.
His Excellency the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Justice Nazir, my colleague judges, Justice Nagaratna and Justice Arvind Kumar, Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, Justice Prasanna Varale, Justice Narendra, Judge High Court of Karnataka and President of the Karnataka Legal Services Authority, the other dignitaries on the dais, my brother and sister judges from High Court of Karnataka, learned senior advocates who are present here, the other advocates who are also present here, the staff of the Registry of the High Court of Karnataka, the staff of the Ramaiah College, other invitees, and my dear students. I think I'll be the first one to say good afternoon to all of you. All the others have started with good morning. At the outset, let me thank the Ramaiah institutions for having organized this conclave and also having given us this opportunity to participate here. The celebration of Silver Jubilee of an institution is a great event in the history of that institution. The celebration of Silver Jubilee of Law College is an event, even greater joy as it bears witness to many lives it has changed. Law colleges enable the bright minds of tomorrow who will adorn the bar and the bench. Young adults had entered these gates as students and left the college with great learning, ready to embark on their journey as advocates. This is an occasion to remember and thank all those who taught, learnt and helped administer this great college, the fruits of which our legal fraternity will reap for the years to come. To commemorate this momentous occasion, we must look back and thank the founding members who laid the fundamental stone for this institution to achieve great heights. This Silver Jubilee is a testament to their perseverance and resilience and the hard work and dedication of the professors and the support of the staff of Ramaiah College. I think on a personal note, I must also express my gratitude to this institution, not just the law college, which has given the law training to my son, and the engineering college has given the training to my daughter, who is an architect. Today also marks the inauguration of the Access to Justice Conclave and also the inauguration of the Center for Disability of Law. This occasion reminds me of a quote by Lewis F. Powell, Jr., Judge of the Supreme Court of United States, and I quote, "Equal justice under law is not merely a caption on the facade of Supreme Court building. It is perhaps the most inspiring ideal of our society. It is one of the ends for which our entire legal system exists. It is fundamental that the justice should be the same in substance and availability without regard to economic status," unquote. I firmly believe that access to justice is most inspiring ideal of our society and one that we must continually strive to achieve. I believe justice is truly achieved when there is justice for all, irrespective of the socio-economic classes they belong to. Social justice forms part of basic structure of our Constitution, and when all persons are treated fairly and as equals, the values of our Constitution are upheld. A very important aspect of justice is to make justice accessible to the disabled. We must try to ensure justice and fight to ensure that no person is disadvantaged or discriminated on the basis of their disability. The voice of the louder few must not distract us from ensuring that our Constitution aims to safeguard the rights of all. I was pleased to learn Ramaiah College of Law has started the Center for Disability, which I had the privilege of now inaugurating. This shows the empathy and understanding with which this college is operating. Guaranteeing access to justice is indispensable to upholding the rule of law in a democratic country like ours. This will help combating inequality and exclusion. History bears proof that the poor and the disadvantaged have been deprived of justice for many years. They have had no access to justice in a wholesome manner on account of their disability. While the Constitution guarantees the same rights to all its citizens, the disabled and the socially and economically weaker section of society is often unaware of their rights and benefits conferred upon them by the Constitution and other laws. With large movements of legal aid in the country, these problems are now being addressed at a grassroots level with the help of the State Legal Services Authority as well as at the national level. The United Nations have also released international principles and guidelines on access to justice for persons with disabilities to guide states in implementing their international obligations in this field. The Constitution of India guarantees the fundamental right of equality before law and equal protection under the law to everyone. In order to bring these rights to authenticity, all courts must strive to make necessary procedural and substantive changes to facilitate their resolution of disputes and meaningful participation. States must ensure equal access to justice for all persons with disabilities by providing the necessary age and gender appropriate accommodations and support. True justice can be achieved when all persons, including the disadvantaged, have the same access to the rights guaranteed to them under the Constitution as the most privileged. Last but not least, I would like to appreciate the great work that the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority is doing under the patronage of Chief Justice Prasanna B. Varale and its chairman, Justice Narendra. The Karnataka Legal Services Authority was constituted under the Act to further make the access to justice achievable to the people on the ground level, which is being implemented in its true spirit. In fact, as was repeatedly said, the skit in fact was an eye-opener. Probably that shows the concern of the college that they are reaching to the most underprivileged people to render justice. Karnataka State Legal Services Authority has been expeditiously resolving and disposing of pending and pre-litigation cases by Lok Adalat and have also adopted virtual mode to dispose of the cases. This reposition to virtual mode also aids in making the access to justice achievable for the common man. The transparency with which the authority is working is also worthy of praise. The details of disposals and objects of the authority is promptly uploaded on their web portal. Legal Services Authority has now become a household name and also has become a go-to option for the litigants to seek advice and resolve issues when they cannot afford to engage a lawyer. Before I conclude, I wish the Ramaiah institutions all glory and many more years of dedicated service to the student community, thereby to the judiciary, the state and the nation. I once again thank the management of Ramaiah College and the Karnataka Legal Service Authority for this opportunity. Thank you for your patience.
Honorable Shri Justice E.S. Bopanna has emphasized the need for the people with disability to get justice and the underprivileged. The justice should reach even to the last citizen, the final underprivileged citizen of the society. Let's all thank Honorable Shri Justice E.S. Bopanna for his thought-provoking presidential address. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. Well, we are all now eagerly awaiting for the inaugural address, but prior to that, it's my privilege to give a very quick details about Honorable Shri Justice Nazir. He was enrolled himself as an advocate in 1983. He practiced for more than 2 decades in the Karnataka High Court before being the additional judge of Karnataka High Court in 2003. On 17th of February 2017, Shri Justice Nazir was elevated to the Supreme Court. He retired on the 4th of January 2023, serving almost 6 years term at the Supreme Court. After his retirement, Honorable Shri Justice Nazir was appointed as the Governor of Andhra Pradesh on 12th of January 2023. It goes without saying, let's all put our hands together and welcome His Excellency, Honorable Shri Justice Abdul Nazir for the inaugural address. Udghatana Bhashanakagi, Gauravanvita Shri Justice Abdul Nazir.
Honorable Mr. Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Sri Justice Prasanna B. Varale, Chief Justice, High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Justice G. Narendra, Senior Most Judge of the Karnataka High Court, Dr. M.R. Jairam, Chairman Gokula Education Foundation, Mr. Sitaram, Vice Chairman Gokula Education Foundation, Mr. Sri M.R. Anandram, Director Ramaiah College of Law, Sri B.S. Prasad, Gokula Education Foundation, CE of Gokula Education Foundation, Sri G. Ramachandra, CFO Gokula Education Foundation, Professor Uma Mahesh Satyanarayan, Principal Ramaiah College of Law, Honorable Judges of the Karnataka High Court, former Judges of the Karnataka High Court, learned senior advocates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the legal fraternity, my dear students, members of the media, my warm greetings to you all. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ನಾನು ಕೊನೆಯ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ನನ್ನ ಭಾಷಣ ಕೇಳುವ ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸಮಯ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the Access to Justice Conclave organized here today as a part of Silver Jubilee celebrations of Ramaiah Law College and birth centenary celebrations of Karmayogi Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, founder chairman of Gokula Education Foundation, in association with Karnataka State Legal Service Authority. Late Dr. Matikere Sampige Ramaiah, popularly known as Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, the founder chairman of Gokula Education Foundation, was a renowned visionary, philanthropist, and a pioneer in creating several landmark educational institutions in the country. Dr. Ramaiah established the Gokula Education Foundation in the year 1962, and after noticing the shortage of talented engineering professionals required to build a modern India, he envisioned MSRIT as an institute of excellence, imparting quality and affordable education. In the same tradition, the Ramaiah College of Law was established in 1995 with the noble mission of imparting quality legal education and upholding the concept of social justice. Since then, the Ramaiah Law College has produced several competent legal professionals and made invaluable contribution to the legal profession. I am happy to know that the Law Colleges houses more than 1,300 students and has an impressive alumni networking comprising of more than 1,600 professionals. Incidentally, I should also tell you, both my children are the students of MS Ramaiah Law College. Coming to the today's topic, coming to the topic of today's conclave, access to justice is no doubt a sine qua non for the welfare of the people in general and the marginalized sections of the society in particular. As you are all aware, equal access to justice is possible when free and competent legal aid and assistance is provided to the needy. In this process, the legal services clinics play a pivotal role as a catalyst in providing basic legal services to the people. I think the students have to listen to me carefully, right? Please raise your hands, otherwise you will go to sleep. All right, all right. Article 39A of the Constitution of India provides that the state shall secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity and shall in particular provide free legal aid by suitable legislation or schemes or in any other way to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disability. Articles 14 and 22(1) also make it obligatory for the state to ensure equality before law and a legal system which promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity to all. Legal aid strives to ensure that constitutional pledge is fulfilled in its letter and spirit, and equal justice is made available to the poor, downtrodden, and the weaker sections of the society. The earliest legal aid movement appears to have had its beginning in the year 1851, when some enactment was introduced in France for providing legal assistance to the indigent. In Britain, the history of the organized efforts on the part of the state to provide legal services to the poor and needy dates back to 1944, when Lord Chancellor Viscount Simon appointed Rushcliffe Committee to inquire about the facilities existing in England and Wales for giving legal advice to the poor and to make recommendations. Since 1952, the Government of India also started addressing the question of legal aid for the poor in various conferences of law ministers and law commissions, and in 1960, some guidelines were drawn by the government for legal aid schemes. In different states, legal aid schemes were established through legal aid boards, societies, and law departments. In 1980, a committee at the national level was constituted to oversee and supervise legal aid programs throughout the country under the chairmanship of Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Bhagavati, then a judge of the Supreme Court of India. This committee came to be known as CILAS, Committee for Implementing Legal Aid Schemes, and started monitoring legal aid activities throughout the country. Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Bhagavati rightly observed, and I quote, legal aid means providing an arrangement in the society so that the missionary administration of justice becomes easily accessible and is not out of reach of those who have to resort to it for enforcement of it given to them by law. The poor and the illiterate should be able to approach the courts and their guidance and their ignorance and poverty should not be an impediment in the way of their obtaining justice from the courts. Legal aid should be available to the poor and illiterate who don't have access to justice. One need not be a litigant to seek aid by means of legal aid. Just imagine, you have seen the play. Without the legal aid, what should have happened to that poor girl? I think we must give a round of applause for all of the players. The introduction of Lok Adalats added a new chapter to the justice dispensation system of the country and succeeded in providing a supplementary forum to the litigants for conciliatory settlement of the disputes. In 1987, Legal Services Authority Act was enacted to give a statutory base to legal aid programs throughout the country on a uniform pattern, which came into force on 9th November 1995 after certain amendments were introduced by Amendment Act 1994, and it is a giant step forward in making the legal aid services possible in the country. Honorable Mr. Justice R.N. Mishra, the then Chief Justice of India, played a key role in enforcement of the Act. Here I am reminded of a judgment of the Supreme Court of India in Anita Kushwaha. It is a 2016 judgment. I quote, "Access to justice is and has been recognized as a part and parcel of the right to life. And in all civilized societies around the globe, the right is so basic and inalienable that no system of governance can possibly ignore its significance, leave alone afford to deny the same to its citizens," unquote. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 16 calls for promotion of the just, peaceful and inclusive societies, providing access to justice for all, and building effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. People everywhere should be free of fear from all forms of violence and feel safe as they go about their lives, whatever be their ethnicity, faith or sexual orientation. It is based on respect for human rights, protection of the most vulnerable, the rule of law, and good governance at all levels. According to a report of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, it is estimated that about 4 billion people around the world live outside the protection of the law, mostly because they are poor or marginalized within their countries. As outlined by the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative report of 2022, India has 371,848 under trial prisoners in jails awaiting trial. 371,848 under trials, which is 76%, roughly 3 in 4 of all the prisoners in Indian jails, compared to the global average of 34%. According to a report of the National Crime Records Bureau, majority of India's under trials are from marginalized sections of the society, as high cost of litigation is one the factors responsible for this trend. Sister Nagaratna actually requested all the senior counsels to take up pro bono cases, and I totally agree with her. And custodial populations reflect not only the social inequalities and discrimination, but also the socio-economic conditions. Although there have been interventions and reforms introduced by the legislature and the judiciary, the extent and duration of under trial incarceration on the rise, and such incarceration has a disproportionate impact on the most socio-economically vulnerable sections of the society, as noticed in a paper on bail incarceration, the state of under trial prisoners in India. Women often face multiple forms of discrimination. Yes, women face multiple forms of discrimination, violence, sexual harassment, and particularly affected by legal exclusion. Justice Arvind Kumar said, docket exclusion. It is essential to address these legal challenges to enable the basic protection of human rights. The Indian judiciary has always taken active interest in providing legal aid to the needy and the poor. The rule of law and the access to justice for all is an important principle enshrined in the Indian Constitution. The judiciary, through its significant judicial interventions, has compelled as well as guided the legislature to come up with suitable legislation to bring justice to the doorsteps of the weakest sections of the society. Public interest litigation is a shining example of how Indian judiciary has played the role of a vanguard of the rights of the citizens, especially the poor. Apart from public interest litigation and judicial activism, there are reforms in judicial process which aim to make justice accessible by all by introducing local adalat system as one of the methods to provide free legal aid and speedy justice at the doorsteps of the poor. The legal aid clinics offer students of law a platform to participate in legal aid initiatives and to learn the intricacies of legal system. The work of these clinics is not restricted to providing free legal service alone, but extends to educating people about their legal rights, promoting legal services, spreading legal and social awareness, etc. Legal aid clinics work towards achieving the tenets of the Constitution by enabling the marginalized sections of the society access to quality legal assistance and services, which provides access to justice to all the people. I understand that the main objective of today's conclave on access to justice is to provide a platform for the legal aid service clinics established in law courts, universities, and various other institutions to deliberate on the effectiveness of the legal service clinics in providing access to justice and to draw inspiration from the best practices adopted by them to ensure that they function in a more robust and vibrant manner. Today's conclave has been organized in 3 main segments consisting of Kanunu Sante, in which the legal service clinics of the participating law colleges display their best practices in providing access to justice, Samvada, a panel discussion by the stakeholders on the theme of access to justice through legal services clinics in the era of digitization, and Lekha, a peer-reviewed journal of the college in which articles of the theme of access to justice vis-a-vis legal aid services in India will be published in Silver Jubilee edition of the college. I congratulate the management, faculty, and the students of Ramaiah College on the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the college, and I wish them to celebrate many more such milestones in future. I appreciate the efforts of the team behind organizing this Access to Justice Conclave, focusing on the important aspects of effective functioning of legal service clinics as a catalyst in providing basic legal services to the poor people. Before concluding, I would like to draw your attention to the words of Father of the Nation, who said, and I quote, "My experience has shown me that we win justice quickest by rendering justice to other party," unquote. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Honorable Shri Justice Abdul Nazir has complimented and congratulated the efforts of Ramaiah College of Law, and at the same time has highlighted that the legal fraternity should ensure that the legal aid should reach each and every one to the doorstep, particularly the weaker section. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ Honorable Shri Justice Abdul Nazir ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸೋಣ. Thank you, sir. Before we close, there will be the vote of thanks and national anthem. So I would request all of you to kindly be in your seats till the national anthem is over. I would request the Chief Executive, Engineering and GS Gokula Education Foundation, Shri B.S. Ramaprasad, for words of thanks.
Esteemed Chief Guest, His Excellency Justice S. Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, President of this event, Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justice Aravind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna B. Varale, Chief Justice, High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Judges of High Court of Karnataka, our Honorable Chairman Dr. M.R. Jayuram, our Secretary M.R. Ramaiah, our Director Shri Anandram, former Judges of High Court of Karnataka, learned judicial officers, Honorable Trustees, and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It's indeed a great, it's been a great event. We are very fortunate that in the august presence of a galaxy of legal luminaries of India, this event has taken place today. I dare say it has been a resounding success. When we approached His Excellency Justice S. Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, to inaugurate this event, he very readily, kindly agreed to inaugurate. He has given a scholarly and thought-provoking and inspiring address, inaugural address today. There are many invaluable takeaways, especially for our students. I am sure it will go a long way for our students, especially to shape their life and career in future. We approached Honorable Justice A.S. Bopanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to preside over this event. He readily and kindly agreed, and he has given the presidential address. In the presidential address, he has brought out the importance of access to legal aid and all that, and he has also stressed the importance of institutions of our law college and all that. He has said many kind words. On behalf of the Gokula Education Foundation, all the trustees, all our educational institutions, I thank Justice A.S. Bopanna for having presided over this function. We requested Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to be a guest of honor and also give the keynote address. She has also inaugurated the Kanunu Sante, which is so very important for dispensing justice to common people. And in her address, she has brought out very clearly how various organs of judicial system can contribute in rendering justice and bringing a lot of changes in ordinary people of our country. On behalf of the Gokula Education Foundation, all the institutions, our trustees, And I thank Justice, Honorable Justice Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Judge Supreme Court, for having graced this occasion. We requested Honorable Justice Sri Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, to grace this occasion and he has addressed us, and in his address he has brought out very clearly how the Indian traditions, the spirituality, concept of dharma can help us, lead us in many of our endeavors. He has also brought out the importance of the technology, and he has given wonderful words of wisdom to our students. I thank Justice Sri Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, for having graced this occasion and addressed our students. Honorable Justice Sri Justice Prasanna Varale, our Chief Justice, High Court of Karnataka, he is the patron of the legal services of Karnataka, and he has brought out very clearly in his address the various dimensions of legal access, the importance of the legal services, and he has addressed our students. More than that, under his leadership, actually this event, the entire High Court has given us a lot of support. Jointly we have been able to make this as a success. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for gracing this occasion. Today we have with us Honorable Sri Justice G. Narendra, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. He is the chairman of Legal Authority of Karnataka. In fact, he is the one who is, I can say, responsible for what we are doing, this Kanunu Santha and all that. In fact, we went to him quite a few times, and he supported us, helped us, he has guided us in organizing this event. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing and also all the help you have rendered to us. We have our chairman, our secretary, our director. They have been guiding us in all our endeavors. I thank them also. And more than that, today we have Honorable Justices of High Court of Karnataka. With all their various assignments, they have engagements. They have graced today. They have come here and they have graced this occasion. I thank them from the bottom of my heart for having graced this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. Here we have the former judges also, judges of Karnataka. They have been guiding, many of them have been guiding our institutions also. I thank all the former judges who are present here today. We have the former advocate generals and also senior counsels. We invited them, and they have made it to this function event. I thank all the senior advocates, counsels who have been a lot of support to all of us, in our endeavors. I thank all the senior counsels who are present here today. We have here many of our trustees are present. I thank our trustees for having graced this occasion. We have senior executives of our Gokula Education Foundation, our many well-wishers of our foundation and our institution. I thank all of them for having graced this occasion. We have our heads of institution, faculty members present here today. I thank them for having attended this institution, this event. Most important, I feel that this function has been a success. We owe it to the participation of our students. In fact, all our guests here today mentioned about the skit, their appreciation, how much they were touched about that event and also the classical dance, and how and our students have made this event a success. I thank them. I am sure they will take many more initiatives to take this institution to a much higher level. I thank all the others who are present here, and also very last but not the least is the media, both electronic media as well as the print media, for having covered this event. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Ram Prasad, for the concluding remarks and for the cordial words of thanks. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Well, all of you are aware that lunch has been arranged. Kindly have your lunch and head back to your destination safely and securely. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅನಂತ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. We would also like to thank the honorable judges, His Excellency, and all the dignitaries on the dais for being a part of the function. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, and all of you, please take care. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.